It just occurred to me that someone might actually think they were trying to do me a favor. I feel for you, I really do. You appear to have been played into a scenario which may or may not quantify a conventional foreign attack. If you're someone who can get away with doing people favors like the Christians might testify, might witness, might confess, but events that were staged when I was there, that I have people refusing to take no for an answer, like you're just that goddamn gullible, and then I go look into it and bad things did happen when I wasn't there. How do you reject dynastic nobility without losing your own inheritance along with it? I can trace it back to the deepest taproot of civilization and still end up in some of the same places. These people act like they want to try something different. I'm like, how old are you? You should just never do this to people, because as long as it's an option, heretics are going to make up excuses. But whether you do or not, first do no harm, or you're not a doctor. My God is never wrong. Never, ever. Maybe it was, well, pretty sure you already said that. And it turns out that people have been harmed unnecessarily just by virtue of trying to follow this investigation the wrong way. Could have just asked me and borne fruit decades ago. Instead, you're letting people try to convolute the situation, drag up all kinds of other stuff, and I'm like, it's not usually my forte, but it's not going to be in my way either. Letting people do something really horrible and spending years and years trying to obstruct it with dumber and dumber shit. No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the thing that actually did happen that also wasn't me. So if anybody's going to be doing stuff like this, there has to be somebody responsible that you can talk to. You can't just have a bunch of homos and fucking retards pretending they represent somebody expensive and trying to cover it up. I think what we're going to do is Islam's not a real religion. It's a bunch of sneaking around, making up excuses to get involved, play both sides of a conflict behind your back. Judaism is all about kosher, make it right in the eyes of God. Catholicism can be protected to a level that maybe we haven't really tried before. Instead of forcing the priest to lie to you and then just presuming he knows everything every time, the press doesn't have to reveal their sources. But you're not going to just stop me from talking to the CIA. I've never been a source. People just ripping off the Pentagon act like they can just point the finger. Somebody takes a joke out of context between friends with none of their business to begin with, turn it into a big deal, act like I gotta go work for the press. Oh, if only we had a king to do something about these idiots. Like, that's just the only answer. You even know where kings come from? I mean, I know there's a couple different ways to make a king, but how would you even know what a king was to do it? I am a practical comparative theologist. There is no philosopher who is afraid to meet his gods, because he knows he's right. Who said you could use that? Why is somebody pretending I'm negotiating with the CIA? We're not negotiating. Why would we be negotiating? Send me a limo. You cannot ban waterboarding. I don't care how much. How much are they saying it's worth? Like, we're not gonna be able to pay for the CIA if we start waterboarding. It's protection from the golden calf in Exodus 32:19. For instance, when some unwashed asshole pretends to have a source to rip you off and then he won't let him talk to you. The golden calf. They tried to kill me before I found out. If they hadn't tried to kill me, I wouldn't have had a reason to look into it. We're definitely not negotiating. Bring one of those catalogs with all the medals and awards. Let the Nobel Prize Committee know I'll think about it. CIA, jingle, jangle, jingle. Nobel Prize, strings attached. There might be some bargaining